Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this lecture, I would like to explain another important topic related to the bar charts, that is shortcomings of bar charts. So what are the shortcomings of bar charts? Lack of degree of details, review of project progress, interrelationships, time uncertainties. So these are the various shortcomings of and its remedial measures also we will explain in a particular topic. So our first point is lack of details. Okay, see of degree of details. What you know based on this topic means here in the title itself clearly mentioned that lack of degree of details means details will be lacking on a particular bar. For example, if you observe clearly on a particular bar, it will relates to the removing existing machine. Okay, so only one major activity are shown clearly here, and disposal of existing machine. This particular bar represents to this activity, that is disposal of existing machine. Likewise, this is for tests, and this is for installation of install new machine, and this is for get new power installation. This is for await delivery of new machine. So on a bar chart, only major activities are shown here. For example, if too many activities or tasks are separately shown, then it will becomes very clumsy. For example, these are the main activity. If there will be any sub activities are included means, if you mention here means it will becomes very clumsy. So therefore the bar charts are not very useful for big projects. So this is the major shortcoming. Why? Because detailings are only shown for the major activities. So there will be no any type of details related to the sub activities, and at the same time or any tasks or jobs. That is the reason these bar charts are not very useful for big type of projects. So it can be useful for mini projects or any small projects like that. Then if you see here, what are the remedial measures for such type of lacking means shortcomings means, see here I am showing one of the activity, that is disposal of existing machine. So this one related to the second one, that is disposal of existing machine. So on a this is the main activity, but there will be various sub activities. Here we are mentioning that sub activities in the form of the upward arrow with AD. Detailing of A will be mentioned here, that is dumping machine in store, and for B it will be notice invite bidding, and C it will be finalization of bid, and D it will be final disposal to the machine. Means on a particular main activity there will be various sub activities also included. Without clumsiness, what we are doing means we have to mention an arrow along with these symbols like this, and these sub activities can be written like this means then it will be clearly mentioned that on a particular main activity there will be various sub activities included. So these type of markings stages are called as milestones. Okay, milestones. So you please remember this one. What is milestone means? So that creating the various sub activities on a particular main activity, that is called the milestone here. Okay, so await delivery of new missions. For example, on a particular chart we have to mention various sub activities for another items means already we have to clearly mention that A B C D like this means then we can mention with 1 2 3, and again for next activity means A dash B dash like this. So this is one of the example for understanding purpose I am taking here. But for example, there will you take any another activities like showing any top type of projects, like any college related issues. For example, any college, so you can take any projects like college. So there will be various departments included like civil, mechanical, CSE, IT, ECE, triple E. So all these are the various main activities related, but on a particular bar we have to clearly show that civil, on a particular bar we have to mention that mechanical, and again in the mechanical there will be various sub activities that comes under branch like first year, second year, third year, fourth year, like that. So for that one we have to mention that mechanical, A will be first year, B will be second year, C will be third year, D will be fourth year. So on a particular main activity, we have to mention this type of sub activities like this. So mentioning A related to the first year, B related to the second year. So whatever the project, I am just taking the example of clearly understanding what is the main activity, in what way on a main activity we have to relate it to the sub activity. So what is the shortcoming here? On a particular bar chart, mentioning the detailing of a each and every thing on a particular bar is not clearly mentioned, because if you have to mention clearly means it will becomes very clumsy. So therefore this type of bar charts are not very useful for the big projects. So if you have to take some remedial measures, so by using these milestones we can mentioning the sub activities also in the main activity, then we can clearly know that what is the main activity and what are the sub activity. So by dividing like this means then it will be very easy to know where the project will be completed, at what stage we are. For example, B shows some activity. For example, in the previous one what I told you, uh, dumping machine in store, notice invite bidding. So like that, A shows that particular activity, dumping machine in store, is completed. So that is disposal of existing machine is your task, means in that there will be various tasks like dumping machine in store, notice invite bidding. So third stage will be finalization of highest bid, means on a main activity what is the present sub activity status, means we can clearly known by making this type of milestones here. I hope you understand what I am saying here. Our next topic is about review of project progress. So our next shortcoming is the review of project progress. Means if you observe here, there will be various activities like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What we have to know by using this activity means, for example, activity 1, it will be starts at 0th week and ends at 6th week. So the total duration, so the total length of the project indicates the time to the duration of the project. So on the time taken for the particular activity, so total length of the project indicates the time of the completion of the project, but it cannot shows the intermediate progress, at what stage the project will be going on. So that is the shortcoming of a particular bar chart. So that is review of project progress, means a bar chart does not shows the progress of the work, therefore it cannot be used as a control device. For proper control of the project, information of the progress made at particular instant of time should be available. Means we have to control the project. Means for example, if you know the stages of the project, at what stage it will be, then only we can know that at what stage the project will be. Then you will get that control on a particular project. So controlling is essential for rescheduling the main activities. For example, if we have to do any arrangements on the main activities, means we have to know the stage, at what stage that particular project will be. So therefore we have to modify the given bar chart. So this is the given bar charts, we have to modify like this in the blue hatch lines. So I am telling that what is that one. For example, mark the progress made on the bar chart for after 8 weeks. So see here, this is the 0th week and this is will be 8th week. So we have to make some progress on a bar chart after 8 weeks. Then, so what this activity 1 shows, means activity 1. So this is the progress of the bar charts. So activity 1 had the total allocation time will be 6 weeks, means the main activity of this bar will be 6 weeks and the progress made up to the 4 weeks only. So by seeing that one, what you will know that activity 1 will be 4 weeks behind the schedule, 4 weeks behind the schedule. Then if you observe this activity 4, what happens means, So here we have to make the progress up to the 8 weeks, and this activity will be ahead of the schedule, 1 week ahead of the schedule. So it will be completed in time and also completed the next 1 week progress also. Then activity 2 will be right time only. So up to the here 8 weeks, so entire project will be in the as per the progress, and activity 3 also completed in time. And what about this activity 5? Activity 5 will be dependent on the activity 1, means after completion of the activity 1 only activity 5 will be started, but activity 1 will be only completed, the progress will be 4 weeks only, means it will be 4 weeks ahead of the schedule. If it will be completed up to 6 weeks means then activity 5 will be started. So already I explained the conclusions related to the bar charts on the last examples, and I also solved one example based on this bar charts in the second lecture also. So if you know the conclusions of the bar charts, so activity 1 will be started after activity 5 will be started after completion of the activity 1. Like that only you will know what is the progress of that particular bar chart. So this is the shortcoming of the bar chart, will be there will be no such type of progress mentioned on a bar charts, but we have to mention this type of hatched lines on a particular bar chart, means we will get to know the progress of the each activity. So this is one of the remedial measures for the this particular shortcoming. And you have to mention this type of hatch lines with various colors also. Now the next topic will be third point, that is activity interrelationships. See here 12 weeks, wait the trend. So if you observe these bar charts, these bars are placing concurrently, and I already discussed in the previous introduction class. So the activities takes place serially. So see here, if you observe this A, B, C, these activities represented serially one after the other. Means after completion of activity A, B will be started. After completion, C will be started after completion of activity B. But here D will be started before B itself, then in between the A. So like that, some activities represented serially and some activities represented concurrently. And if you observe this example, excavate the trench, it will be around 12 weeks, like that, A to 12. And laying and jointing pipes 10 weeks, and refill will be 6 weeks. So if you have to arrange serially after completion of the activity A, for example, after completion of the excavate the trench will be around 12 weeks, and B will be started, that is 10 days. Next C will be refill will be around 6 weeks. Like that you can take one after the other, means 12, 10, 6. So the total time for completion of the project will take 28 weeks, that is very long time. So therefore if you see here, activity B will be started after the 4 weeks after the activity A. So after what we know that here activity B has 2 weeks work left after the completion of activity A. Similarly, activity C has 2 weeks work left after completion of activity B. So this bar will be represented concurrently. So after completion of 4 weeks of the activity, next activity will be started. Due to some circumstances, time of completion of activity will be delayed by 1 or 2 weeks. Then it will be affected to activity B and C. Such type of interdependencies are not clearly mentioned on a bar chart. So that is the major shortcoming on a particular bar chart. So I already told you activity interrelationships means here whenever the project will be delayed due to circumstances means automatically it will be affected to the other activities also. Such a type of interdependencies are not clearly mentioned in a particular bar chart. So to overcome this one, So so I'm talking about the remedial measures. To overcome this one, what we have to do means we have to break the activity into number of sections so that the corresponding sections of various activities are preciously depicted interdependently. For example, see here, this activity one will be divided into four sections. This is first section. So here we are dividing this activity A into four sections. So this is around 12 weeks. Four sections will be 3. So for every 3 weeks, we have to divided one activity like this, and here like this, and here again like this, like this. Then this duration will be around 6 to 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there will be total 10 weeks, and again this 10 weeks also divided by 4 sections. It will be around 2.5, means 2.5 weeks. So here this will be 2 and this will be half week, and up to here. To overcome these interdependencies, we have to divide these activities into four sections. So that is activity A. So excavate. We have to divide that activity A into four sections. So the total duration of that particular activity A will be around 12 weeks. If you have to divide that activity A around four sections means, so each and every activity will be in the range of 3 weeks. So this activity will be 3 weeks, this activity will be 3 weeks, this activity will be 3 weeks, and this activity will be 3 weeks. And observe activity B, it will be around 10 weeks. And again, we have to divide the same activity into four sections. So you will get 2.5 weeks like that. So each and every activity will be in the range of 2.5 weeks. Then go to the activity C. See the activity C, that will be the duration of 6 weeks. We have to divide that activity into four sections means you will get 1.5 section for each one. So this is the way we have to divide the sections on a particular activity. So based on that, you can make some conclusions. See here, activity B will be started after 6 weeks of activity A. That is section 2. After completion of section 2 of activity A, activity B will be started. Then after completion of the section 4 of activity A, activity B will be 4 weeks left behind to complete that particular activity B. Like that, you have to make some particular conclusions of the following sections. So what I am telling means activity B will be started after 6 weeks of the activity A. That is section 2. After completion of section 2 of activity A, activity B will be started. And again, activity B will requires 4 weeks time after completion of section 4 of activity A. So the effect of delay in work of any section of activity A and activity B can be easily found, and necessary control measures can be taken by using this type of sections. Now fourth one will be uncertainties. So this is the last one. So that is time uncertainties. So bar charts are not at all useful in those projects where there are uncertainties in determination or estimation of time required for completion of various activities. Such that uncertainties are always there in the large projects like research and development projects, that is space launching vehicle projects. So these type of projects, bar charts are not useful. Why? Because this type of projects requires time uncertainties and estimation of the time required for completion of various activities. So because of these uncertainties in determination of time in those projects, so some of the activities may require rescheduling. Such rescheduling flexibility cannot reflected in the bar chart diagram. So therefore, bar chart diagrams are useful for only small projects, small projects, small size projects, especially construction and manufacturing projects in which time estimations can be made with fair degree of certainty. So these are the four shortcomings of the bar charts and its remedial measure. I hope you understand this lecture. If you really like this video, please like this video, share it to your friends, and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you really like this video, please like this video, share it to your friends, and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.